Early life and background. Cyd Gray, born on December 5, 1980, in Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, was destined to make his mark in the world of football. Raised in the vibrant community of Tobago, Gray's early years were shaped by the rich cultural backdrop of the island, where football is not just a sport but a way of life. Like many young boys in the Caribbean, Gray grew up playing football with his friends in the streets and on makeshift pitches. The football culture in Trinidad and Tobago is deeply ingrained, with young players often dreaming of following in the footsteps of legends like Dwight Yorke and Russell Latapi, both of whom were key figures for the national team during their respective careers. Gray's journey to becoming a professional footballer began at a young age. He showed an early aptitude for the sport, standing out due to his speed, athleticism, and natural talent. His ability to read the game and defend with confidence caught the attention of local coaches and football scouts, who saw great potential in the young defender. It was clear from an early stage that Gray was more than just a gifted athlete, he had the mindset and passion to succeed in the world of football. Gray's talent did not go unnoticed in Tobago, and by his teenage years, he was playing for local clubs. He honed his skills in the regional leagues, steadily building his reputation as a promising defender. His rise through the ranks was accelerated by his undeniable work ethic and his commitment to improving every aspect of his game. Early club career in Trinidad and Tobago. Before moving abroad to play professionally, Cyd Gray spent his formative years at several local football clubs in Trinidad and Tobago, where he began to make a name for himself. His first major club experience came when he joined the Trinidad and Tobago Football Federation's youth team, which provided him with the opportunity to showcase his talents in a more competitive environment. The transition from local leagues to a more organized, structured competition helped Gray develop both his physical and tactical abilities. After spending time with the youth ranks, Gray's career trajectory continued to ascend. He played for several clubs in Trinidad and Tobago, including notable stints at the Tobago-based team, W Connection FC. During this period, Gray's performances caught the eye of national team selectors, and his potential to represent Trinidad and Tobago at a higher level began to materialize. Gray's time at W Connection FC was marked by steady growth and success, as the club was one of the most prominent in the Caribbean. His defensive consistency and leadership on the pitch helped the team achieve notable victories in regional competitions. It was during these years that Gray began to solidify his status as one of the top defenders in the Caribbean and a key player in Trinidad and Tobago football. International debut and rise to prominence. Cyd Gray's rise to prominence in domestic football soon translated into an international career. His hard work and performances did not go unnoticed, and in 2002, Gray made his debut for the Trinidad and Tobago national football team. His international debut was an important moment in his career, marking the beginning of his long association with the national team, affectionately known as the Soca Warriors. Gray's solid defensive displays, coupled with his ability to read the game and anticipate opposition attacks, made him a mainstay in the national squad. His first few years with the national team saw him earn a reputation as a reliable and disciplined defender, known for his ability to cope with the physicality and speed of international football. The Soca Warriors were building a strong team during this period, and Gray was a crucial figure in their rise to prominence. As Gray's international career continued to evolve, he became one of the central figures in the Trinidad and Tobago defense. His leadership qualities were clear, and he often served as a guiding force for the younger players around him. His performances were instrumental in the team's successful qualification for the 2006 FIFA World Cup, a historic achievement for the nation. The 2006 FIFA World Cup. The 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany was the pinnacle of Cyd Gray's international career. It was the first time that Trinidad and Tobago had qualified for the World Cup, and Gray's contribution to the team's success during the qualification campaign was immense. As part of a squad that boasted other notable players such as Dwight Yorke and Russell Latapi, Gray played a key defensive role, helping to guide the Soca Warriors through a difficult and competitive qualification process. During the World Cup itself, Gray was part of the squad that made history by securing a place in the tournament. Although the Soca Warriors did not progress beyond the group stage, their performances were commendable, and they earned a great deal of respect on the world stage. Gray's defensive prowess and leadership on the field were crucial in helping the team hold their own against teams like England, Sweden, and Paraguay. In Trinidad and Tobago's opening match against Sweden, Gray played a key role in keeping the Swedish attack at bay, with the game ending in a 0-0 draw. This result was an incredible achievement for the nation, and it highlighted Gray's ability to step up under pressure. Despite being placed in a tough group, the Soca Warriors, with Gray's leadership in the defense, fought valiantly and showcased the strength of Trinidad and Tobago football on the world's biggest stage. European club career, a move to Sweden. After the 2006 World Cup, Cyd Gray's reputation as a solid and dependable defender only grew, and his performances on the international stage earned him a move to Sweden, where he would further his career in European football. In 2007, he signed with Östers IF, a club in Sweden's Allsvenskan, the top division of Swedish football. This move marked the next chapter in Gray's career, as he transitioned to playing in a more competitive European environment. Gray's time at Östers IF was marked by his leadership at the back and his ability to organize the defense. The Swedish league was known for its tactical discipline, and Gray's experience and intelligence on the field allowed him to quickly adapt to the style of play. His time in Sweden proved to be a fruitful period in his career, as he gained invaluable experience in European football and continued to improve his defensive attributes. At Östers IF, Gray became an important figure for the team. His performances in both league and cup competitions helped to elevate the club's profile in Swedish football. He formed a solid partnership with his fellow defenders, and his physical presence, combined with his tactical awareness, made him one of the top defenders in the league during his tenure at the club. Return to Trinidad and Tobago and later career. After several years playing in Sweden, Cyd Gray returned to Trinidad and Tobago to continue his football career. He played for several clubs in the local leagues, including stints with his former club, W Connection FC, and other teams in the TT Pro League. His return to Trinidad and Tobago marked the end of his European adventure but also allowed him to contribute to the development of the local football scene. During this time, Gray became an ambassador for the game in Trinidad and Tobago, working with younger players and passing on the lessons he had learned during his years of international and European experience. He also continued to be involved with the Trinidad and Tobago national team, contributing as a mentor to the next generation of Soca Warriors.